Hello everyone and welcome to today's edition of the Cheat Meal presented by Deep Fried Draft. My name is Brian Bosarge. This is going to be part 3 of our bowl preview series. So let's dive right into it. We're down to the nitty gritty bowl games, if you will. On 12/30, the Tax Slayer Bowl in Jacksonville between Mississippi State and Louisville, 11 a.m. on ESPN. For Mississippi State, let's get a look at number 46, senior linebacker Des Harris, a 6'4", 236-pound player. Also want to see number 7, senior corner Talando Cleveland, a 6', 194-pound player. For Louisville, this is likely the last game we'll get to see of junior quarterback Lamar Jackson before he leaves for the NFL. And one of the best players we've seen in college football in quite some time. Also, and I've gone on and on about this all season long, I really like Louisville senior running back Reggie Bonifon as a middle-class man's David Johnson. I really like Bonifon. The Liberty Bowl in Memphis, Iowa State against Memphis. Home game for the Tigers, 11:30 a.m. on ABC. For Iowa State, their top prospect is senior wide receiver Allen Lazard, who'll be at the Senior Bowl. Also, keep an eye out on former quarterback, number 7, senior linebacker Joel Lanning, 6'2", 230, who will play in the Shrine Game. For Memphis, Shrine Game invite, definitely. Hopefully you'll see him in Mobile at the Senior Bowl, but is their senior quarterback Riley Ferguson. And a guy you'll definitely see at the Senior Bowl is senior wide receiver, and one of the top senior wide receiver prospects is Anthony Miller. New Year's Six bowl game, the Fiesta Bowl, Penn State and Washington, 3 p.m. on ESPN. Probably the last time, definitely, the last time you're going to see junior running back Saquon Barkley on a college football field in this game. Also, senior tight end Mike Gesicki, who I suspect is probably going to turn down the Senior Bowl, I guess, because I believe there's one spot left for a tight end, and I'm assuming they're holding it out for him. Washington has their potential top 15 player and junior defensive lineman Vita Vea. I also expect that Myles Gaskin, their junior running back, will come out early, but he's probably, due to his size, probably a mid-round pick. The Orange Bowl, Miami, a home game for them against Wisconsin, 7 p.m. on ESPN. For the Badgers, a couple of interior offensive linemen, junior center Michael Dieter, 6'5", 325, and junior guard Bo Benchwell, 6'5", 321. For Miami, in my opinion, their top, they're definitely their top offensive prospect is senior wide receiver Braxton Berrios. New Year's Day, the Outback Bowl, 11 a.m. on ESPN2 between Michigan and South Carolina. For Michigan, a couple of senior bowlers to watch, and this one will be senior defensive lineman Maurice Hurst, who is highly rated by most, not by me. That may change once I see him in Mobile and go back and watch some more tape. But I'm not as high on him right now as most. But like I said, I still have a lot of catching up to do. They also have senior linebacker number 9, Mike McCray, a 6'4", 248-pounder. Like I said, he'll be at the Senior Bowl. For South Carolina, final game for junior tight end Hayden Hurst. Either he or Sky Moore will be the top Gamecocks prospect in this draft. Senior offensive guard and Shrine Game invite Corey Helms will have his hands full with Maurice Hurst, I'm sure. Kurt Roper was fired as South Carolina's offensive coordinator, so their co-offensive coordinator / wide receivers coach Bryce McClendon will call the plays in this game. 11:30 is the Peach Bowl between Auburn and UCF on ESPN. Auburn, how is the health of junior running back Kerryon Johnson? That could help decide what happens with Auburn in this game. Also, how up are they going to be for this game? UCF trying to stay unbeaten. Their entire staff, literally every single coach, strength coach, everything on that staff has gone to Nebraska. But they're going to all coach this game for UCF. The Citrus Bowl, noon on ABC between LSU and Notre Dame. For LSU players to watch will be Number 18, senior defensive lineman Christian Locatier, was injured most of last, if not all of last season. He's 6'5", 300. And junior corner Kevin Tolliver, who have not heard hey or nay whether he's going to declare. Speaking of a couple of underclassmen, those are the top prospects for Notre Dame, including junior running back home run hitter Josh Adams, and number 86, redshirt sophomore wide receiver Equanimous St. Brown, a 6'4", 205-pound receiver. The Rose Bowl, which is in the college football playoff this year, we'll see number 3 seed Georgia against number 2 seed Oklahoma at 4 p.m. on ESPN. For Georgia, coming off finishing 10th in the Heisman, which is outstanding for a linebacker, is Roquan Smith, the junior, who I expect to declare and be a top 20 draft pick. Also, they have senior edge rusher number 7, Lorenzo Carter, 6'5", 242. For Oklahoma, senior quarterback Baker Mayfield, Heisman Trophy winner, won all kind of other awards. Well, hopefully he'll be at the Senior Bowl. I know they have the invite out to him, but he is not yet accepted. Also, senior edge rusher number 31, can he bring the pressure? At 6'1", 245 is Ogbanya Okoronkwo. And finally, the Sugar Bowl. College football playoff matchup, 7:45 p.m. on ESPN between number 4 seed Alabama and number 1 seed Clemson. It's the third time in 3 years they face off in the college football playoffs, and they are split. So the proverbial rubber match here for Alabama. You're going to look at the defensive backs on their team and see, can they hold up? And the best of them is junior cornerback safety Minkah Fitzpatrick. He can play wherever you want him to. He's just like Jalen Ramsey a couple years ago, who can play wherever. He should be a top 10 draft pick, no doubt. They also have senior corner number 28 Anthony Averett and senior corner Levi Wallace, who's a good story if you want to look that up. For Clemson, their receivers are the ones to watch in this game, and cause of many Alabama fan nightmares last year was number 13, junior wide receiver Hunter Renfrow, 5'10", 175, slot receiver. I don't expect him to declare. I do expect number 8, junior wide receiver Deion Kane, 6'2", 200. I would expect him to declare for the draft. A potential top 100 pick there for Deion Kane. Also, you can just bank that the FCS championship game, which I believe is on January 6th, and the college football playoff championship game on January 8th, I'll be watching those. I'm not going to preview them because I don't know who's playing in them, but know that I'll be watching them. That's going to do it for our massive bowl preview. Look for this one to show up on 12/28. Well, you'll know that because you'll have already watched this video. I probably should have said that at the beginning or whatever. But anyway, thanks for watching the first and second videos in this series. And we'll continue throughout the draft process here at the Cheap Meal, the Cheapest Meal Podcast, which you can find on the Bumpers app. You can always find anything that I do at deepfrieddraft.com, and follow me on Twitter at deepfrieddraft and facebook.com/deepfrieddraft. Thanks for watching. Till next time.